Right, we're going to start standing. If you have your equipment, have that to hand. Just start with the feet about hip width apart. Close the eyes. Give your arms a bit of a shake. Let them swing around and then just let them settle, hang down by your side. And then I want you to imagine your arms are extra heavy. So kind of like you're carrying something heavy in the arms. Let them draw down. And find that slight squeeze underneath the armpits. So ever so slightly, you're trying to pull the arms in towards the body. Feel that pressure. Feel some kind of engagement around the underneath of the shoulder and the armpits. And then grip the mat with all 10 toes and then spread all 10 toes out. That inner arch of the foot, see if you can lift the inner arch slightly and feel the thighs lift. Feel a little bit of engagement through the front of the thighs. Squeeze your glutes, pull your waist in, and then just open a bit more across the shoulders. Find that nice tall stance. Take an inhale. Sigh out, exhale. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And then let it go. So now just in and out through the nose. Trying to keep your body still. So we're just going to move the arms and the shoulders. Bring the hands into prayer. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Keep drawing your waist in. Try not to arch in the back. Exhale, take a big wide circle all the way around. So I'm going to go from the side so you can see. Inhale, reach up. Try not to lean into the back. Try keep reaching up. Exhale, draw it out. So as you do that, you should feel your waist pulling in. Inhale. Exhale. Take this one up. Inhale. And as you take the arms round, bring your chin into your chest and start to round down through the spine. So pull your navel in, reach all the way down to the floor. Let the knees bend. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, pull your belly button in, roll up through the spine. Inhale, hands through prayer, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, take the arms out to the side, chin into chest, round down, all the way. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll back up. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, arms out wide, stretch, chin into chest, curl all the way down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll back up, pull in through the center line, towards the spine, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach, squeeze your glutes as you reach up. Exhale, take the arms out, chin to chest, round down, all the way. Hands towards the floor. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, last one, roll up. Nice and slow. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. This time, just interlace your hands. Stretch that fist up to the ceiling. Bring your feet together. Side bend, stretch over to the right. Open out that left side. Back to center. Side bend, stretch over to the left. And back to center. Reach your arms down. Okay, if you have a band, grab a band and place it around your feet. So it's around the middle arch of my foot. If you don't have a band, just have your feet about hip width apart. You can bring your hands to the hips. You're going to bend into the knees. Start at one end of your mat so you have the whole length of your mat to go. Or if you've got plenty of space around you, then you can just work sideways. Sit into a squat position. So there's a little bit of tension on the band. And you're going to slowly shuffle out to the side. Keep low in that squat position. Try and keep pulling your waist in. If you don't have a band, just sit low into a squat and walk out to the side. So the same thing, the band just offers a bit more resistance around the hips. And then bring it all the way back. Stay nice and low. The lower you are, the more strength and more stability you're going to build around the hips and the knees. So with or without the band, same principle. And then get back to your starting point. Stand up a bit taller. Lift your right foot off the floor. And we're just going to stretch that right leg out to the side and bring it back in. Stretch it out to the side and bring it back in. If you don't have a band, you'll be able to go out wider and bring it back. Wider and bring it back. If you have a band, that's going to provide some resistance. So you're just not going quite so far. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that right foot down. With or without the band, I'm just shaking that off so I can demonstrate. You're going out to the side and bringing it back. Out to the side and bringing it back. And you'll notice on the side that's weaker, you'll sway over to the side. I want you to try your best to keep upright, but you'll notice where you compensate. Go for another 4, 3, 2, 1. With or without the band, just place the feet down, hands to the hips. Inhale, rise to your tiptoes. Exhale, lower back down. Nice and tall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Last one, hold it up. Keep the tension on the band if you've got the band. Keep the chest lifted. Slight bend in the knees. Straighten the legs. I'm on my toes, not the heels. Slight bend in the knees. And straighten. 3. Keep pulling your waist in. 2. Lift. 1. Lift. Come back down, plant the feet. With or without the band, stay low. Shuffle to the side, or you're just stepping if you don't have the band. Nice and low in that squat position. And try not to come out of it as you step. So try not to bob in and out. Try and stay nice and low. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back to the mat on 1. This time step onto the right leg first. Stand tall. Left leg out to the side. And bring it back in. Out to the side. Bring it back in. Just try and prompt yourself to lift the chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then step that foot down straight to the other side. Out and in. Out and in. Lift your chest. 8, 7, 6. If you've got a band, remember, these movements might be tiny, just because I've taken my band off, that I'm able to take that leg all the way out. 3, 2, 1. Feet back together. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, lower all the way down. So as you rise, think straight up, not forwards or back. Bring it down. 5, lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Bend the knees. Straighten. I'm just going to go from the side. Try and keep your back straight. So as you bend the knees, you're not leaning forwards or back. We're going straight up and straight down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that go. If you've got a band, take it off your feet. You don't need that for now. And then we're going to face long ways on the mat. So you've got space behind you. Tilt forwards at the hips. Now, as you do that, just make sure you don't let go of the tummy. Keep pulling your waist in. Point your right toes back. So I'm bending into that left knee. My right toes are just tapping the floor. And then reach your arms out ahead of you, if you can, so the ears and biceps are in line. Lift the back leg and lower. Lift and lower. When those right toes touch the floor, it's only a light touch. Try not to drop any weight. 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift your arms a bit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step in. Hands to your hips. Bend back into the knees. Take your left leg back. Find that position first of all. So pull your waist in. Sit nice and low. Reach the arms out ahead of you. Pull the arms back. Left toes point. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Belly in. And then when you lift, there should be a squeeze in that left glute. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that left leg in. Release. Give your legs a shake. If you have small hand weights, grab them. If you don't, that's fine. You're just going to bring your hands into a fist and take your thumbs up to the sky. You're going to bend into the knees, lean forwards. Take your arms out in front of you, thumbs up. And we're going to go from in front of the chest all the way up and out into a Y shape. So down, arms straight, up and out into that Y. So with your hand weight, same thing. We're going to go out. Hold it a little bit at the top and then lower. Reach up and out. You can squeeze your knees together as well. So there's some engagement through the inner thighs as you work. 5. Lower. Try and keep your back straight and your waist in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring them back down in front of your face. Still leaning forwards. Go a little bit further forwards. Keep pulling navel to spine. Arms out to the side. And then bring them back down in front of you. As you bring them back, squeeze between the shoulders and come back. Bring it back and squeeze. Waist in. And then engage between the inner thighs and the knees. 5. Lower. 4. Lower. 3. Lower. 2. Lower. 1. Rise to stand. Bring your hands, so bend your elbows like you're carrying a tray, so you can see from the side. My upper arm isn't going to move, so this is with or without weights in your hand. Just going to try and keep your elbows in and externally rotate the arm. So all you're doing is going out and in, out and in. Doing your best not to go out and in. That's a big exaggeration, but trying to keep the body still. Go out and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your arms out, palms face up to the sky, small circles. Going backwards or going forwards because we're going to change direction. The 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other way. So bring it forwards. As you're drawing the circles, try and reach the arms wider. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Rest your weights. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers, pull them back, open your chest, lift your chin and your chest up towards the sky. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. And then the reverse of that. So round the upper back, bring the chin in and stretch between the shoulder blades. So really try and curl into the upper back. And then bring it down to the floor. Hands down, knees down. Find a neutral spine. Kick your left leg back so your heel stretches away. I want you to pull your waist in. Reach your right arm out in front of you. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee and round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. For 2. And pull in. For 1. And pull in. Now place your right hand down. Kick your left leg back and come down to your elbows and forearms. Don't let yourself drop in the back. Push into the shoulders, pull your belly button in. Look down towards your right knee. Lower those left toes to touch the floor and then straighten, kick that leg back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keeping the gaze to the right knee so the neck isn't stressed, compromised. Keep pulling your waist in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, keep that left leg extended, toes are drawing back to the face. Now turn your left toes out to the left side, and we're going to lift with those toes turned out and lower. Not all the way down, we're just going to lift, halfway lower. Lift, halfway lower. For 8, lower. 7. Just make sure you're not collapsing into the chest, so push into the back of the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now point your left toe, to the back of the room. Draw circles with that left leg. 1. You're going to go 5 in each direction. Doesn't matter how big the circles are, as long as you can keep control. 3, 4, 5. At the top of that 5th circle, change your direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left knee down. Just come up to your hands, tuck your toes and stretch into downward facing. So just open through the back of that left leg, pedal out through the feet. Just move around into your downward dog and then rest the knees down. Other side. Take your right leg back, leading that with the right heel, so kicking your right heel away, and then take your left arm forwards. Inhale. Exhale, round and pull in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round in. Inhale, reach. And round. Reach. And round. Reach. Pull this one in, hold it. Place your left hand down. Kick your right leg away. And then drop down to your elbows and forearms. Push into the upper back. Lower those right toes to the floor. And then lift that right leg. Gaze to your left knee so that you're keeping the back neutral. And keep pulling your waist in for 8, 7, 6. Keep that leg lengthening. So as you're lifting up and down, you're constantly trying to stretch that heel away. 3, 2. Hold it up on 1 and turn your right toes out to the side so the hip is externally rotated. Lower halfway and lift up. Lower halfway and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. For 7. Lift. 6. Lift. 5. Lift. Keep pushing into the forearms, pushing into the upper back. 3, 2, 1. Point those right toes away. 5 circles each way. Pointing those toes as you draw circles, stretching through that right leg. And at the top of your 5th circle, changing direction. Bringing the knees together. Coming up to the hands, tucking your toes, stretching back to now open around that right hip. Through the right hamstring, take a breath. And exhale. Come forwards to all 4s. Keep the toes tucked. Now zip your lower abdominals in. So just pull in through your lower abdominals. Shoulders right over the wrists. Just lift and hover your knees off the floor. Keep breathing, pulling the waist in and lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Last 1, lift. And lower. Release the toes. Keep the knees where they are. Take your right foot slightly out to the right side of your mat so that when you move into a side plank position, you're more stable because that right foot is slightly behind you rather than in line. Reach your left arm up to the sky and lift your left leg up as well. Now inhale, stretch that left arm long. Exhale, lift your left leg and point your left toes towards the left foot. So inhale, extend. Exhale, lift the left leg, point towards the toes. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift and point. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift and point. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift and point. And then extend, rest your left foot. Just take your right hand a fraction further forward so there's a bit more space between right hand and right hip. Lower the right hip down and then lift back up. Lower the right hip and then lift. Lower and lift, squeezing as you lift up and lift. For 3, lift, 2, lift, last 1, lift, bring your left hand down, come to all 4s. Take an inhale, look forwards, open the chest, and exhale, round out. Take an inhale, look forwards, open the chest, and an exhale, round out. Okay. Knees stay where they are, other side. So now just take your left foot slightly out to the side and step into a side plank facing over to the right. So your right arm reaches up, your right leg is to the back of the mat, and then we're going to lift that right leg off the floor. So holding it here, squeeze your glutes on to slightly push the hips forwards. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead. And then exhale, lift the right leg, point to the right toes. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, lift the right leg and point. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. In and out. There's a lot more work going on than you think because you're balancing on that left side. 3, 2. Last one. Rest your right leg. Just move that left hand a little bit further forward so you've got more space. Lower your left hip. And then using the left side waist, pull yourself back up. Lower. And pull back up. Lower. And lift. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring both hands down, place both knees down. Take an inhale, look forwards. And an exhale round. Inhale forwards. Exhale round. And then cross your feet. Bring the hands back. Take a seat. So extend your feet. Keep a bend in the knees. Hold on to the front of the shins. Start with a tall spine, so almost an exaggerated lift through the spine. And then as you exhale, I want you to round into the back. Hold that rounded shape. Inhale. Exhale, go a little bit further back. Now hold back. So you've got the abdominals pulling in. Bring your toes so they touch the floor. So come off the heels. I want you to be just on the tiptoes. Reach your arms out by the side. Keep stretching and rounding through the back of the shoulders and keep pulling your waist in. Point your right leg away. Holding that shape through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower that right leg. Don't let it touch the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Be really intent on pointing that right leg. So it's really lengthening as we move. 3, lower. 2, lower. 1, lower. Bend the right knee, toes to touch the ground. Keep that curve shape, keep drawing the waist in. Extend your left leg. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Keep the breath steady. 5. Lift. 4. Lift. 3. Pull your waist in. Stretch the arms forwards. 2. And 1. Bring both toes back. Keep just the toes on the floor. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, lower back down. Just to that biting point where you feel the abdominals work. Inhale, lift. Exhale, can you lower? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now, option to stay here, just moving up and down, or extend that right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more with the right leg extended. Exhale. Right toes down. Left leg extended. In and out. In and out. In and out. Point those left toes down. Keep the body where it is. Extend both legs to the floor. So you're holding that there. Pull your waist in. Inhale, reach for the toes. Tap the toes. And exhale, just go as far back as you can with control. So maybe it's just halfway down or all the way to the floor. Inhale, reach back up. Stretch for your toes. Exhale, lower. As far as you can. So whatever is that place where you start to feel the tension. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it down. On this one, you're coming all the way to the ground. Stretch your arms overhead and enjoy that stretch. So just interlace your hands, push the palms of the hands away, and then bring the arms down by the side. Push your hands into the floor, push your shoulders into the floor. Bring both legs up to the sky. So even if there's a little bend in the knees because you're a bit tight first thing in the morning in the hamstrings, that's okay. Then you're going to reach your head, neck, shoulders off the floor and stretch your hands into space. Take the right leg away. Reach a bit higher, bring the hands together around that left leg. Release and swap. Reach and touch. Release and swap. Reach up and touch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep your chest lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms down by the side. Hug your knees into the chest. Plant your feet to the floor. Take the arms down by the side. Pull your waist in and roll your hips up towards the ceiling. Now, draw the belly button down. Walk your feet a little bit further away so they're not directly underneath the knees. I want that bridge to be a bit lower and a little bit longer. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze the glutes. You're going to lower down just an inch and then push back up. Squeeze at the top, lower an inch and push all the way up. So if you don't find that squeeze and that connection at the top, then you're not getting the full activation, so it kind of becomes a bit pointless. So make sure you do find that connection and that squeeze, even if it slows you down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Lift your toes off the floor so you're just pushing into your heels. Bring your hands a bit closer into the side of the body so you've got good support. Now you're going to try your best to keep the hips exactly where they are. So my hips don't go any lower. Just going to walk my heels away without dropping my hips. So I'm slowly walking the heels away to the bottom of the mat. Stretching my legs out. Get as far as you can and then bring it back in. Small, controlled steps. You can walk the feet back all the way underneath the knees. Push your toes back down into the floor. Inhale. Exhale here. Squeeze your glutes. Push your feet down. Grip the mat with your toes. So all of that should help you find more engagement through that posterior chain. And then keep your hips up high. Take your knees out to the side and then bring them back in. Keeping your hips up, take your knees out to the side and bring the knees back together. Going for 8 and close, 7 and close, 6, close, 5, keep the hips up, 4, keep your waist in, 3, 2, and last 1. Roll your hips down to the floor. Now, if you don't have a ball, you're going to start here. So take your hands behind the back of your head with your elbows out wide. Inhale. And then exhale, curl up through the upper abdominals. Keep your elbows out wide. Inhale, lower back down. And exhale, you're going to curl back up. If you have a ball, reach for your ball. Place it roughly where your bra strap would be. You're going to go inhale back. Exhale, curl up. So it's exactly the same. You've just got a bit further to go back if you've got a ball. Inhale. Exhale. And as you come up, look towards the belly button and remind yourself to draw in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 10 more. In and out. In and out. Keep pulling navel to spine. Five more. And your last one, you're going to lift up, hold it there. 3. Pull your belly button in for 2. Lift a bit higher for 1. And then let it go. So if you've got a ball, come up, release. And lie onto our sides. You don't need the ball, so that can go back. So lying on your left-hand side, take that left arm all the way out underneath, so you can rest your head onto the left bicep. Your legs are down and straight, so really long and extended. Take your right hand, just check there's a little bit of space underneath that left side waist. Use your right hand for support. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale, lift both legs up. Exhale, lower them down. So as you lift, there's a squeeze in this top side waist. 4, lower, 3, lower, 2, lower. Hold it up on 1. Now lift your top leg higher. Bring it down to meet the bottom leg, but both legs are lifted. Reach and lower. 8, lower. 7, keep that bottom leg lifted. Keep breathing. 5, really working the side waist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold both legs up together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bring both knees into a bend position, so your ankles are back, your hips are stacked, knees are together. Just make sure there's space underneath that top waist. Just one long exercise here, so kick that right leg away. Bring your right leg forwards in space. Take it back, and then lift it up to the sky. Lower. Forwards. Back. Lift to the sky. Just 4 more. Forwards. Back. Lift. And lower. Forwards. Back. Lift. And lower. Forwards. Back. Lift. And lower. Bring that right knee all the way forwards so it comes above the left knee. Reach your left arm out to the side and lie onto your back. So that's a twist there. Take that right knee a little bit further down, just so you're not quite so tight in the twist. You're a bit more relaxed. Take your hands to the side of the head. We're going to inhale, lift here. So it's a small crunch and lower. Inhale, lift and lower. Just for 8, lower, 7, lower, 6, lower, 5, lower, 4, lower, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go down. Roll over onto your right hand side. I am aware it's 1/4 past nearly, but we're nearly done. But I don't want to leave you wonky going into your week. Take your right arm out underneath, rest your head, both legs are straight. Zip the legs together, use your left hand for support. Check there's a little gap underneath that right side waist. Lift both sides and lower. Lift and lower. So try your best to keep the hips in line. So as you lift, try not to rock back. Trying to keep the body in this still side lying position, just reaching up with the legs and lowering down. 4, lower, using that top side waist. 3, 2, hold it up on 1, top leg lifts and lowers. Lift and lower. So you're working that left side and the inner right thigh quite significantly too. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. 5. Feel that top side waist working. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Bend the knees so the feet and knees and hips are stacked. Now take that left leg long. You only got 7. Lift, lower, forwards and back. Lift, lower, forwards and back. 5, lower, forwards and back. Try and keep your waist in. 4, lower, forwards and back. 3, lower, forwards and back. 2, lower. You know this is the end, so stick with it. Nearly. 2, lower, forwards and back. 1, lower, forwards and back. Bring that left knee in, let it rest to the floor, and then take it down a little so you're not quite as tight in that twist. Take your right arm out and twist back. Hands to the side of the head. Inhale, lift, slight squeeze. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower. 8, lower. 7, lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll over onto your front. Take your hands down underneath the shoulders. Just push yourself up and forwards. Take a nice upward facing stretch. Open through the chest. And then bend your knees, tuck the toes, take it back into downward facing. Open out around the hips, the hamstrings, the lower back. Take a breath in. Sigh out. Take a breath in. And sigh out. Walk your feet in towards the hands. Bend your knees really deep so you can wrap your arms around the thighs and pull yourself into a forward fold. Let your hips lift as you draw the upper body down so you get a good stretch around the hips and the hamstrings. And then let the arms go. Waist pulls in. Roll up carefully and slowly through the spine, taking your time. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Interlace your hands, make a fist, grow tall. Side bend over to the right. Back to center. Side bend over to the left. And then I'm just going to do this sideways so you can see. But walk your hamstrings out. So right foot forwards, toes draw back. And then stretch all the way down the back of that right leg. Stand up. Take the left foot out, heel down, stretch down the back of that left hamstring. Just go 2 more each side. So right side, stretch down, come up. Left side, stretch down, and come up once more to the right. And back up to the left. And back up. Take your hands behind your back. Open the chest. One more breath in and out. Just take your arms down by the side. Close the eyes. Keep your arms a shake. And then just let your arms settle down by the side. Push your feet into the floor. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the waist in. Stand a little taller. Notice how the body feels from where you're pushing down into the feet, all the way up through the legs, through the waist, the center of the body, opening across the shoulders and the collarbones. Take an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then an exhale, just bring your hands into prayer heart center, bow your chin into the chest. So thank yourself for practicing, for giving up time to practice this morning. Well done.